And good evening and welcome to the Core Racing GT3 Road to Rio Challenge Series here. We are at the beautiful Sebring International Raceway for this GT3 series race here. It's going to be the standard format we run in this league. It will be a 20-minute sprint race, and then they will have a full invert into the feature. Looks like the drivers are starting to grid up, so we'll get down there with them and go over this starting order for this evening. And looks like we're going to have on pole Carl Handwerk there in that number 18. Outside of him, Nick Nickerson in second, Mason Smith in third, Mark Thomas in fourth, Christopher Hamilton in fifth, Nick Brown there in sixth, Adam Jones in seventh, Jimmy Covert in eighth, Evan Foster in ninth, Derek Sherman 10th, and in 11th we have a B.V. Suvesam. And starting 12th we have John Crane. All right, in 13th we've got John Nobinger, and 14th Paul Butler, and 15th Nicholas DeVos, and 16th Tim Thompson. In 17th, Ryan McCauley. 18th, Steve Santana. In 19th, Brandon DeVos. 20th, Matthew Goring. Starting 21st, Dane Simpson. In 22nd, Jeremy Line Watkins. And that'll do it for your starting grid here this evening. Round 3 at Sebring International Raceway. You can see this will be a rolling start here this evening, so they are about to start their formation lap here, and while they do that, let's go over really quick the racing format here this evening. We are now in the first portion of this, which is the sprint race. It's a 20-minute timed race here, and then after that we'll head into the feature, which is a 60-minute timed race, full invert from the finishing order there. They have one faster pair and also unlimited tires as they do come down and take the green flag here. Carl Handwerk there in that blue, black, and white Porsche. He is currently battling Nick Nickerson there on the outside in that number 2. Looks like we've got a car around. That is, oh no, that is Hamilton there in the 64 machine. Looks like the 39 also got into him there. Nicholas DeVos. Looks like all drivers are going to continue there. And let's go back real quick, try to see what happened there with Christopher Hamilton as they came down into turn 1. You can see he's on, oh, just gets loose and loses the car there over the bumps through turn 1. And then the 39 coming in there and sliding in there and hitting him there. Out front though, Carl Handwerk still in the lead. Nick Nickerson there trailing behind in second place. Mark Thomas there has advanced a position and is into third, and then Mason Smith right there in fourth, and Nick Brown there in that number 92 in fifth. So far, Carl Handwerk doing a great job to hold off the very quick there Nick Nickerson. This is a very difficult track to pass on. As you can see, it is very narrow, has a lot of slow corners, a lot of sweeping S's, and very difficult to pass here. As you can see, Nick Nickerson riding behind Carl Handwerk there as we're going to complete lap 1. And looks like Nickerson there looking below Carl Handwerk, not quite close enough to make a move here under braking. Oh, we've got a car off in the grass. That is the 05 of Tim Thompson. And looks like Adam Jones may have also been involved in that. Let's go back and take a look. Adam Jones is one very quick driver there. As you can see, that orange-black machine. Oh, it just gets loose on the exit of the curb. Looks like Adam Jones is now in the pits after that incident. Meanwhile, we've still got a battle up front here as Nick Nickerson looks to make it around Carl Handwerk there for the race lead. That's right on board Nick Nickerson as he trails the very quick Carl Handwerk here, as we are now just over 2 minutes complete here in our 20-minute lap, or sorry, 20-minute timed sprint race. We're looking at the battle here for third, Mason Smith, and that is Mark Thomas, as Mason looks to make a move under braking there, and he did that a few corners ago as well. These two have been swapping positions this entire lap. It looks like Nick Nickerson there had a mistake in that previous turn there. Let's take a look at that. It looks like he's probably going to run wide into the grass. Yep. And loses a ton of time in doing so. And it looks like Carl Handwerk is going to shortstop it here. He is headed down pit road. That will leave Nick Nickerson out front here in the lead. And looks like so far Carl Handwerk is the only driver to come down pit road. We're looking here at Jimmy Covert as he just misjudged the braking point there on that turn, runs wide, goes through the grass, doesn't collect anyone with him, and looks like he's able to keep on going there. Here we're riding on board our 9th place Christopher Hamilton. You can see the damage on the front end there as he was involved in that lap 1 turn 1 incident, and now he's going to advance into the 8th position there ahead of Crane. And it looks like now he's looking at the rear there of John Nobinger up in front, and that is Jimmy Covert right in front of him. And right up in front of him there, Kevin Foster in that number 8 just advanced there on Jimmy Covert on the exit there. And these guys are shuffling positions. Christopher Hamilton getting a good run also. Looks like he may be able to make a move down here for 7th. Like Hamilton there got a better exit than John Nobinger. He's going to look to the inside here under braking. And he will take away that 7th place position there from John Nobinger. Saw Matthew going there. Just take a look underneath of John Crane. That blue and orange car wasn't able to make the pass stick. And looks like this 5-car pack is now starting to spread out. Oh, we see Christopher Hamilton there way late on the brakes. He was able to prevent from hitting Jimmy Covert there, but he's now looking to set up a move and take away that 6th place position. And right in front of them, we've got Kevin Foster leading this pack there in the number 8. Oh, looks like we've had a car go off track here. That is Ryan McCauley in the 65. Looks like it's probably going to be a self-car spin. Yes, it is. He's able to get it going without collecting anyone with him there. And we've got a pass here for 5th. That is Jimmy Covert going around Kevin Foster there. And Christopher Hamilton there also going to look to the outside of Kevin Foster. And Hamilton's going to move up into 6th. Jimmy Covert up into the top 5 there in 5th place. We see under braking there, Hamilton looking to the inside of Covert. Not able to make the move stick there, so he will fall back there into the 6th place position. Meanwhile, right behind them, John Nobinger back there looking really racy, looking to make a move on, sorry, not Nobinger, that is John Crane, actually looking to make a move on Nobinger there for the 8th position. Hamilton got a great exit there as he closes in right on the back of Covert. And he's going to make a move under braking here up the inside as they head through the S's. Is he going to make it stick? Looks to the inside here. And a great pass there for Christopher Hamilton. He's going to move up into the 5th place position. See him weaving down the straight here, trying to break the draft from Jimmy Covert. As they head into turn 17, Jimmy Covert going to make a late braking move there up on the inside. Can Christopher Hamilton get a better exit here and cross him over as they head across the start-finish line? This is a great battle here between these two drivers. Going to head down into turn 1. We've already seen Christopher Hamilton make a mistake here once before. Can he make it through clean? He does. And looks to the inside of Covert. Covert going to block it. Not sure what the race admins are going to say about that. Jimmy Covert there. A pretty aggressive block. He did move more than once. We'll just have to see how strict the officials are here this evening, but they are going to continue. And Christopher Hamilton looking to make a move here for 5th. Let's ride on board a lap here with Christopher Hamilton as he battles it out with Jimmy Covert right up ahead. Oh, we see a mistake there out of Covert. Drops 2 tires off into the grass. That's going to allow Christopher Hamilton here get a great run down the straight, and he's going to have the preferred line as they go into the final corner here. We see Covert way late on the brakes there. Hamilton is on the inside. Who's going to get the better exit out of the final corner here? We see a bit of a wobble there from Covert. Looks like Hamilton is going to stay behind Covert as they head down the front straight. Can he make a move here into turn one? Late on the brakes. No, he's going to stay behind Covert. Looking to the inside here now as they're going to head through the S's. Great job by these drivers, giving each other plenty of room here as they run 2 wide through turns 3 and 5 there. Now they head around the big bend. We'll see who can be the latest on the brakes here into turn 7, the hairpin. And looks like Covert is going to stay out front. He ran a bit deep there, though. A bit of a mistake. That's going to allow Hamilton on by. And Hamilton's going to take away that 5th place position. But we've seen this once before. Covert still in striking distance. Look to retake that position here in the second half of the track. The Derek Sherman here in that number 42, looking at the rear of Paul Butler in that number 77 right up ahead. Got very close on that previous turn. Also, we've got a great battle here between Kevin Foster and Abivi Savasam there. This is for 8th. Looks like Kevin Foster missing the hood of his car there, so he's been into someone or the wall. It looks like Derek Sherman is going to look to the inside there of Paul Butler in the final corner. And he's going to take away that 11th place position. And Kevin Foster was able to make it by Abivu Savasam there. And I believe that might have been turn 5 he made it by. They're doing a great job moving up into 8th. We see Christopher Hamilton right up ahead here in 7th. Looks like he has been off the track. Let's go back and take a look at that. We've seen plenty of drivers making mistakes there, hanging 2 tires off into the grass, spins around and does hit the inside wall. Looks like he was able to get going there. Looks like Brandon DeVos has also crashed here. And same place on the track there. We've also had Steve Santana into the wall. Let's go back and take a look at what happened. Great job to keep the car out of the wall there. He is going to continue to live another day there. As we just passed 16 minutes here, about 3.5 minutes remaining here in our 20-minute sprint race. And looks like, oh, we've had another driver off track there. That is John Nobinger in the 44. Looks to be probably the same place that we've seen the other drivers going off. And it is. Meanwhile, out front here, Nick Nickerson still leading. Mason Smith now in 2nd. And right behind them, we've got Mark Thomas in 3rd. And Hamilton there is going to make a move on Crane. That is going to be for 6th place as he looks to regain his positions after hitting or spinning there into the inside wall and getting more damage on the front end. Like he also has some rear wing damage now, as we just come up on 2 minutes remaining here in the 20-minute sprint race. See where Carl Handwerk is. He's currently scored in 12th place. He's the only driver to pit so far. He pitted around the 4 or 5 minute mark. Could be a bit of a strategy move here by Carl Handwerk, as there is going to be a full invert for the 60-minute feature. And so far we've seen track position is key here. Very difficult track to make a pass on. And looks like we're going to have a bit of a battle here between, that is the 14 of Jimmy Covert and the 92 of Nick Brown. They're battling it out for, this is 4th place. Meanwhile, out front here, Nick Nickerson is still leading, but that gap is closing down from 2nd place there. Mason Smith, as he is now within 1 second of our race leader. You can see there on the timing board down to 0.8 of a second as we close in the final moments here of the 20-lap sprint race, or 20-minute sprint race. No laps counted here. Mason Smith, we know he's very quick, but these guys, if they finish up front like they are, they will have to start in the rear for the 60-minute feature. And looks like Adam Jones here in the 14th position also came down pit road, so he chose to go towards the back of the pack as well. Could be another strategy move there, as these guys know it is very difficult to pass. Meanwhile, we've still got a battle going on here for the race lead. Mason Smith looking to get ahead of his teammate there, Nick Nickerson. And looks like Nick Nickerson here is going to come out of the final corner, cross the line, and take the victory here. Or actually, he pulled over and let Mason Smith take the victory. Could be a little points strategy there between teammates. So Mason Smith will take home the race victory. Nick Nickerson there in 2nd. Mark Thomas is going to come home here in 3rd. Jimmy Covert, as he rounds through the last turn there, looks like he's going to finish 4th. He's got Nick Brown there within about 2 seconds there. These two drivers were very close just a few moments before. It looks like we've had a mistake out of Nick Brown, but he will come home in 5th. And Christopher Hamilton there doing a great recovery drive after being involved in a couple spins. He made it back up into 6th place. And Carl Handwerk going to come home here in 10th after pitting very early on in the race. Adam Jones here going to come home in 15th place as they round through the final corner. Ooh, we saw Adam Jones almost make a mistake there in the final turn, running a bit wide, almost hit the barrier, but he is going to collect it and finish in 15th. So he'll have a great starting position for the 60-minute feature race once we do the full invert here. All right, they will have a short 2-minute warm-up here, and then we will get gridded up for the 60-minute feature event here tonight. All right, they're now gridding up here for our 60-minute feature race. Let's go over the official starting grid. We've got Wesley Fuller there. Looks like he's on pole. I believe he's not actually racing, though. So Nicholas DeVos there in second. Matthew Goring in third. Brandon DeVos in fourth. Jeremy Line Watkins in fifth. Tim Thompson there in sixth. Steve Santana in seventh. Ryan McCauley in eighth. Adam Jones in ninth. John Nobinger in 10th, Dane Simpson in 11th, and Derek Sherman there in 12th. In 13th, we have Paul Butler. 14th, Carl Handwerk. In 15th, Abi Visuvesam. In 16th, Kevin Foster. In 17th, John Crane. 18th, Christopher Hamilton. 19th, Nick Brown. And in 20th, we have Jimmy Covert. 21st, Mark Thomas. 22nd, Nick Nickerson. And then, of course, rounding it out there in last, 23rd is Mason Smith, who did win the 20-minute feature this evening. All right, Mr. Nicholas DeVos here is going to lead us down to the start here of our 60-minute feature race. It is going to be an interesting one as we just fully inverted the field here. So some very quick guys will be looking to make their way up through the field. And DeVos here going to cross the line, take the green flag. And we are underway here, as you can see. Already 2 wide up ahead going into turn 1. The Adam Jones looking to make a move early, get out front, and hopefully do what he did last week. Oh no, that looks like Steve Santana ran wide there in turn 1. He's gonna lose a ton of position. Meanwhile, back in the pack here, we see Christopher Hamilton struggling to make his way through as he's looking to go around the outside of quite a few cars there. He is gonna do it. He's already up into 10th place, looking now at the back of Paul Butler there for 9th. And while that was going on, we've had a new race leader here. That is Matthew Goring making it around Nicholas DeVos, and also Adam Jones moving up into 2nd place. Carl Handwerk here going to look to the inside under braking. Oh, going to make contact. And looks like that was with John Nobinger there. And it looks like Carl is going to slow down and give that position back out of respect for causing that incident. That is some good sportsmanship. We like to see that. And this is the battle for third here. We've got the 42 of Derek Sherman looking to get around Nicholas DeVos. Oh, looks like we've got a car in the wall. That is Ryan McCauley there. And looks like he's going to have a bit of difficulty there getting that car turned around. He cannot see what's coming around the corner there, so it's going to be very difficult for him to re-enter the track. Meanwhile, out front, Matthew Goering doing a great job here of holding off the very quick Adam Jones, as Goering is going to lead another lap here. Oh, we've got another car around. That looks like the 96 of Dane Simpson. And we've got a few drivers heading down pit road here. We've got Mark Thomas and Dane Simpson both coming down pit road. And while that is going on, Christopher Hamilton here in the 64, he's going to move up into fourth as he makes a pass on Nicholas DeVos. And now he has Derek Sherman up ahead in his sights. Meanwhile, the battle up front here is heating up. That is Adam Jones in second, looking to take over the lead from Matthew Goering. As you can see, he gets a great run there. Gonna look to the outside. He will have the preferred line as they head down into the next set of turns. Late on the brakes, and looks like he is going to complete that pass and take over the race lead from Matthew Goering. Let's ride on board Christopher Hamilton here as he looks to advance into the third position. Up ahead, Derek Sherman. Great move there up the inside, late on the brakes. Looks like he is going to take away that fourth place position. Oh no, actually Derek Sherman fighting back there. Got a great exit. Looks like Hamilton will be on the inside as they head down into the final corner here. Oh, Hamilton getting loose again like we saw last race. And just not able to keep the car under him through those bumps. Same thing as in the 20-minute sprint race just before this. He is going to fall all the way back to 9th place. Oh, we've got a pass for the lead going on here. That is Matthew Goering looking to regain the lead from Adam Jones. And it looks like Goering is going to be able to complete that pass and retake the lead. Great driving by him. But Adam Jones is not giving up here as he is right on the tail of Matthew Goering. Looks like Adam Jones is going to complete the pass there and move back into the race lead. And a little further back here, Mason Smith starting to make his way up through the field. Started dead last, currently in 9th. And he has Christopher Hamilton in his sights there for 8th. Oh, looks like Derek Sherman has been off the track there. He lost quite a few positions. Let's go back and take a look at what happened. Oh, just catches the curb there on the entry to the turn, upsets the car, and he just self-spins it around. Does a great job getting going, though, without collecting anyone with him. Looks like Hamilton there going to get a run on Nobinger. Are they going to take it 3 wide as they head down into turn 1? They are. See who can make it through here victorious. Looks like Hamilton is going to stay ahead there. Oh, and Nobinger fighting back there, looking up the inside of Adam Jones. Oh, we've got another pass for the race lead here. That is Matthew Goring looking to regain the lead from Adam Jones. Not able to make it stick there under braking. Carl Handwerk has now moved up into 3rd place, and he is closing on the 2 out front there. And here we have Mark Thomas there looking to make a move. That is the 65 of McCauley with some heavy front end damage there. And looks like Thomas is going to take away that 18th spot. Oh, and looks like Nick Nickerson there has some front end damage. I was wondering why he hasn't made it up through the field as quick as his teammate has. You see Mason Smith there on the timing board is up into 6th. Nickerson currently in 13th. He has been off or been into someone there and sustained some right front damage. Looks to be affecting the handling of that car. He is going to make it by John Crane there for the 12th position. And right up in front of them there, great battle. This is for 10th as Kevin Foster looks to the inside of Derek Sherman. Derek Sherman going to get a great exit there out of turn 1 though and retake that 10th spot. See up front now, this gap has shrunk down. You could throw a blanket over the top 3 right now. Adam Jones still out front. Matthew Goring there in 2nd, and Carl Handwerk has now caught up to the front 2 as he's now in 3rd position. And it looks like these 4 cars still battling it out here. That's Derek Sherman out front of this pack. Kevin Foster there right behind him in 11th, and Nick Nickerson in 12th. And let's ride on board the number 2 of Nick Nickerson here as he looks to take away the 11th place position from Kevin Foster. And just real quick, going to have to go up here and check out this great battle we've got going on. This is for 5th. As you can see, Mason Smith there in the back of this pack. Christopher Hamilton just making a move there. Oh, he's going to get loose again in turn 1 over the bumps. And we've seen that mistake out of him, I believe, a couple times this evening. And he is going to slide all the way back into 9th place as Paul Butler is going to go by. And another big mistake there, but we've got a battle heating up for 2nd. Carl Handwerk now on the rear end of Matthew Goring. Like he's going to look up the inside here under braking. And Goring going to fight back here. Both drivers doing a great job there, giving each other plenty of room as they battle it out too wide. Looks like Goring there is going to retain the second place position. But for how long, as Carl Handwerk is right there getting a great run. See who can get the better exit out of turn 16 here. And looks like Nick Brown there just made a pass on John Nobinger for the 5th place. And now he's looking at the back of Mason Smith there, who's advanced up into 4th. And on further back here, great battle between John Nobinger and I believe that is the 77 of Paul Butler. This is your battle for 8. They're going to have the inside line through turn 1, but can Paul Butler do a bit of a crossover here? Very narrow part of the track, difficult to make a pass here. And we see Nick Nickerson there just creeping up behind Paul Butler. A bit of a mistake there out of Butler. That's going to allow Nick Nickerson here to take a look on the outside. Looks like Butler's going to run wide again. That's going to allow Nickerson to get a great exit here. And Nickerson is going to move into the 9th place position. Meanwhile, up front here, Carl Handwerk still looking to get around Matthew Goring there. That'll be for the 2nd spot. Out front, though, Adam Jones starting to check out. He's about 2 seconds ahead of these guys. And John Nobinger there making a move on. That is Nicholas DeVos. Nick Nickerson also going to follow him through. And just clicked away there. Nick Nickerson making a move on Nobinger there. Going to take away the 7th place spot. Looks like Nobinger got a great run there. We'll see if he makes a move under braking into turn 1. Sorry, turn 17 here as we're going around the final corner. Then we'll head down the front straight. And these two still battling it out right here. And looks like Carl Handwerk going to make a late braking move there and get into Goring. And they make contact. Looks like Handwerk is going to wait there and allow Goring to stay ahead of him out of respect there. That is twice now we've seen Handwerk make contact under late braking. Sure, he is a bit frazzled himself there. Now done that twice. Meanwhile, that's going to allow Mason Smith up into 2nd spot there. And Adam Jones out front by about 3.3 seconds now. The 42 here of Derek Sherman looking to make a move on the 77 of Paul Butler. This will be for 9th. Well, it looks like Carl Handwerk is off the track again there. Disastrous for him. He's going to fall back all the way to 13th. And looks like he sustained heavy damage there. Oh, just getting loose on exit, overcorrecting the car. And gets into the wall hard. And you can see when he gets this car turned around eventually, like he did knock the toe out of the front end as he was going sideways there down the straight. Yeah, heavy damage to that car. He will need to come down pit road. Looks like Derek Sherman did make it by Paul Butler there for the 8th place position. And look who has caught up to our race leader. We've got Mason Smith now less than a second off of race leader Adam Jones, and he cut down that 3.3 second gap in quite a record-breaking time there, as he is now on the rear end of Adam Jones and going to be looking to make a move here for the race lead. Do have to wonder though, we saw Adam Jones have a great fuel strategy last week, and he could be playing that card again this evening. You just have to wait and see. Meanwhile, Mason Smith getting ever so closer now, just a little over 2/10 off as they head down into the final corner. Oh, we see Mason get a great exit there out of the final corner. Looks like he is going to draft up beside Adam Jones here. Adam's going to block the inside as they head down into turn 1. Looks like Kevin Foster there has made it around his teammate Paul Butler for the 9th place position. And right behind him, Nicholas DeVos there doing a great job. He started first here in this feature event, but is currently in 11th. But you'll remember the field was fully inverted. These two continue to battle it out here another lap, as they're going to be within a couple tenths of each other here crossing the line. Like Adam Jones there going to move to block as they head down into turns 3. Adam took a look there, under braking, decided to back out of it as he now gets back in line right behind Adam Jones there, still within 0.3 of a second as they continue to battle it out. And these two drivers right here swapping positions. This is Derek Sherman and John Nobinger, and also Kevin Foster there in the mix. Like Kevin Foster there going to make a move, or look to make a move on Derek Sherman. And up here we've got Nick Nickerson battling it out with Christopher Hamilton there. That is for 5th, and then Matthew Goring right up ahead of them in 4th. Oh, got a mistake there out of Matthew Goring as he slides wide on the final corner there. He's going to lose out and fall back into 6th place. Meanwhile, Nickerson and Hamilton continue by as they battle it out for this 4th place position. Nick Nickerson going to look to the inside there in turn 1, and he is going to take away 4th. Meanwhile, up front, Mason Smith still right on the back of Adam Jones there. Just a little over 0.1 of a second separates our top 2 as Mason looks to make a move under the braking here, and looks like, oh, he's going to make a mistake on an exit there, and that's going to allow Adam Jones on back by and retake the lead. Ooh, Mason Smith getting a great exit there out of turn 1. Going to look to make a move under braking here underneath Adam Jones. He is going to take away the race lead. And great pass there by Mason Smith to take the lead away from Adam Jones. Further back here, Derek Sherman looking to make a move here on John Nobinger there. That'll be for 7th as they head down into turn 1. He can cross him over here. He is going to. What a move there by Derek Sherman to take away 7th from John Nobinger. Like Nobinger here is going to look to fight back and retake the 7th place as he gets a great exit out of that turn. 0.2 separate him and John Nobinger here. Like John made a bit of a mistake there. That's going to allow Kevin Foster to get up to the rear end of John Nobinger there, as we just completed 27 minutes there on the timing board of our 60-minute feature race here this evening. And we've got quite a bit of action going on back here. This is your battle for 7th all the way back through 10th. And looks like, ooh, we've got a car going down pit road. That is Nick Brown and Adam Jones. So 2 of the top 5 are going to head down pit road here at the 27-minute mark. That tells me they are committed to a 2-stop strategy unless they save a lot of fuel here in this second stint. Meanwhile, Mason Smith still out front here in the lead. That moves Nick Nickerson here up into second. And Christopher Hamilton is in third. You see Adam Jones there coming out of the pits. And Nick Brown there just a little bit further behind him. We're starting to see the green flag pit cycles. What lap will Mason Smith come down pit road here? And it does look like our race leader, Mason Smith, is going to come down pit road here at about the 29-minute mark. And Nick Nickerson there in second is going to follow his teammate down pit road. And third place, Christopher Hamilton, also going to come into the pits here this lap. Looks like Matthew Goering there has been off the track again there in the final corner, but he is going to come down pit road here. Derek Sherman also going to head down the pits. Looks like most of the drivers behind him, Nobinger, Paul Butler, Kevin Foster, all coming down pit road. Meanwhile, Adam Jones there, who pitted about 1 lap previously, is going to come by. Looks like he's going to regain the lead here. Actually, no, Mason Smith, yes, Adam Jones is going to regain the lead there with the undercut. Very close as Mason was exiting pit road. And he'll be right on the tail of Adam Jones here. And looks like Christopher Hamilton is going to come out in front of Nick Brown. Hamilton is going to move up into third there. Looks like Adam Jones has picked up the pace. He is starting to pull away from Mason Smith. The gap is now about 1 second. And we just passed the halfway mark here in our 60-minute feature race. And further back here we have, this is the battle for 10th. Mark Thomas has caught up to our 10th place driver here, Abi Visuvesam, as they battle it out. And then up ahead here, we've got these guys battling again. That is Paul Butler in front of John Nobinger. So John is splitting the teammates right now with Kevin Foster there in 8th. And does look like Kevin Foster is going to make it by John Nobinger there and take away 7. These two are back at it again as Mason Smith has caught up to the back of Adam Jones here. I'm curious to see if Adam Jones does plan on making it a 2-stop race or if he is going to try to do some drastic fuel saving here in this second stint. But we have to imagine Mason Smith there pitting at that 29-minute mark. He is in a better fuel situation if he wants to try to make it a 1-stop race here this evening. And we've got the 2 teammates here racing. This is your battle for 6. Kevin Foster there right on the tail of Paul Butler. Oh, a mistake there out of Jones as he runs wide on the exit of the turn. And that's going to allow Mason Smith here to take a look around the outside as they head around Big Bend there. And who's going to be latest on the brakes here into the hairpin? It looks like Adam Jones is going to keep the lead, but he does run wide there on the exit. See if that compromises his run down here as they head down into turn 10. Mason Smith there going to look to the outside, not going to make it work there. If he can get a good exit here out of turn 13. Saw a lot of drivers making mistakes there. And here we've got the 2 teammates still battling out. That is Kevin Foster looking to make a move on Paul Butler. And that'll be for 6. Oh, we see a mistake there out of Kevin Foster as he just ran wide into the final corner there. He's going to lose out a bit of time to his teammate up ahead. Meanwhile, out front, Adam Jones still in the lead has extended his gap to second place Mason Smith there to about a little over 0.6 of a second. Ooh, got a great battle here. That is Derek Sherman making a move on Nicholas DeVos. And that'll be for 12th. Ooh, Mason Smith getting a great run there through the final corner. These guys are going to cross the line here. Just 2/10 separate our top two drivers. Oh, Adam Jones, a mistake there. He's going to run wide. That's going to allow Mason Smith to take the lead away. And looks like Mason was just able to put the pressure there on Adam Jones and force a mistake. We'll see how hard Adam pressures back here to retake the lead, or if he goes into fuel saving mode to try to make this stint here and make this race a one-stop race. And let's go back and take another look at the pass for the lead. As you see there, Adam Jones just running wide on the exit of the corner. And that's going to allow Mason Smith there on by to take the lead. But Adam Jones, ooh, way too fast entering turn one there. Loses the rear end of the car. And was able to save it and keep it out of the wall. Fortunately, the runoff area there is very large. He's going to stay in second. Looks like Hamilton is about a little over 10 seconds behind Adam Jones. And we've still got the two teammates here. That's Kevin Foster looking to make a move on Paul Butler. That'll be for 6th. Oh, Nick Nickerson there just barely missing Nick Brown, who just lost it there. Self-car spin. Nickerson doing a great job to miss that. I want to ride on board as he was coming up there. You can see Nick Brown just to lose it there. Nickerson doing a great job to avoid him. And he's going to move up into 4th. Out front, Mason Smith is checked out. Currently 6.3 seconds separates him from second place, Adam Jones. And another 11 seconds back, we have Christopher Hamilton up into 3rd. Good to see him up there as he has struggled here this evening with this track, but has made his way back up into 3rd. And Nick Nickerson there, as you can see, that right front damage still plaguing him, but he's moved up into 4th. And Nick Brown sliding back to 5th place there. Oh, we see a bit of a mistake there out of our 9th place driver. That is Visa Vasum. Does a great job not to make that any worse than it was. He's going to stay in 9th. But right behind him now, the very quick number 50 of Mark Thomas. Looks like he's about 1.6 seconds off of Visa Vasum. Oh, Matthew Goring there is around again here, and looks like he's now fallen back into 14th. Let's go take another look and see what happened. Just gonna lose the rear of the car here on exit of turn 16. And that was right in front of our race leader too there, as they had to navigate on by him. And we now see Mark Thomas there has caught up to the rear of Visa Vasum. This is going to be the battle for 9th. Mark Thomas here going to look up the inside of Visa Vasum into turn 17. Final corner here. Is he going to be able to get a good exit here? He is. He's going to move up into 9th. And right up ahead of them here, we still have the two teammates. That is Kevin Foster and Paul Butler, very close on track. They are in 7th and 6th respectively there. Looks like Mark Thomas has gone off track there. That is going to allow Visa Vasum on by. And disaster for Mark Thomas as he does make contact with the wall. We'll try to get another. Yep, looks like he's got a little bit of front end damage. But the car does look good. He lives to fight another day, but he's going to slide all the way back to, that is 11th position now is where he has scored. So Visa Vasum going to move back up into 9th. Well, we'll ride on board Kevin Foster here as he looks to battle his teammate Paul Butler here 4-6. And looks like we've got a couple takers down pit road. That is going to be John Crane 10th place driver, and 11th place, that is Mark Thomas, going to come down pit road. That's going to move Nicholas DeVos there up into 10th. And our race leader here, Mason Smith, has now extended his gap to second place Adam Jones to just over 10 seconds. And I just want to ride on board Adam Jones here to see just how much fuel he is saving. As you remember, he pitted on, I believe it was 27 minutes into the race, so he has to do 33 minutes here in this fuel stint. We saw race leader Mason Smith make it to 29 minutes. So we saw Adam Jones able to do a lot of fuel saving last week. Just curious to see how low of the RPMs he is shifting here. Oh, he's actually going to make a mistake there as we're riding on board. Misjudged the braking point there. And that is going to allow, that is Hamilton right there behind him. And we're going to have a battle for third here. Looks like Hamilton's going to get a better run down here into the final corner. Going to be late on the brakes, and he's going to run wide, but he's going to take away second place there from Adam Jones. Oh, looks like Paul Butler there had a bit of a mistake. Lost a few tenths out to his teammate there, as Kevin Foster does get within now. Looks like he's at about 4/10 of a second there, chasing down his teammate. That'll be for 6. Just under 9 minutes here remaining in our 60-minute feature. So far, it looks like Mason Smith has checked out from the rest of the field. 14.5 seconds is the gap. Just have to wonder how he's doing on fuel here. Let's ride on board cockpit to see the difference of the fuel saving between him and Adam Jones. Like they were both shifting just right before 6,000 RPMs. Let's ride on board here with Christopher Hamilton. He pitted on the same lap as Mason Smith, so they will be on very similar fuel loads here as we approach the final 8 minutes here in our 60-minute feature race. Like Derek Sherman there in that number 42, he's going to come down pit road with 7 minutes remaining here in the race. And looks like Nick Nickerson here in fourth is starting to catch up to Adam Jones. You can see Matthew Goering separates him, but Goering is a lap down. And Adam Jones could come under pressure here very soon for third place. Looks like Nick Nickerson there is going to get a great exit out of turn 16. He's going to go down to the inside of Adam Jones. And looks like he's going to take away that third place position as they head down into turn 17. Oh, we've got a great battle here between 9th place Visa Vasum and Nobinger as Visa Vasum looks to the inside there under braking, and he's going to take away 8th from Nobinger. Just a little under 5 minutes remaining. Out front still Mason Smith there with a healthy 14.7 second lead over second place Christopher Hamilton. And another 4.5 seconds separates the third place driver here, Nick Nickerson. In fourth, we've got Adam Jones. In fifth, Nick Brown. In sixth place, we have, that is Paul Butler. And Kevin Foster there in seventh. Oh, we've had a mistake here out of Nick Nickerson. He is going to go off there. Looks like Adam Jones did as well. And it looks like these two are going to swap position. Let's go back and take another look here. You can see Nickerson there just by himself. This is on the entry into the final corner, turn 17. Just loses the car under braking. And then we're going to see Adam Jones here come by. And also looks like he's just going to run wide. Oh, looks like Nickerson off the track again. Go back and take a look here as he caught up to the back of Adam Jones. Just overshot the turn there. We also had another driver off track. A very odd string of mistakes there out of Nick Nickerson, someone who we rarely see make mistakes. Going to slide back into fourth, and Adam Jones does retake that third place and podium position. Well, it looks like we've got the two teammates swapping positions there. That is Paul Butler as he runs wide off the track, and that's going to allow Kevin Foster to slip on by. And does look like Nick Nickerson is going to retake third there from Adam Jones. Now let's go back and take a look at that pass. Looks like Adam Jones there having to save a lot of fuel, just very slow on the track right now. Just trying to stretch it out to the end here as we're going to come up on 1 minute remaining here. And it looks like this is going to be the white flag lap as Mason Smith there heads through turn 1. 17-second advantage over our second place, Christopher Hamilton. And third, we've got Nick Nickerson there in that number 2 car. Adam Jones is currently in fourth, and there is a very large gap between him and fifth place, Nick Brown there, just a little over 48 seconds. We've got a car off the track there. That is John Nobinger running wide right in front of our race leader. And it looks like Kevin Foster there is going to finish ahead of his teammate. I'm sorry, they're on their white flag lap right now. And Mason Smith here, he's just going to round. That is turn 16, so he's headed down the back straight here, headed into the final corner, and he will take the checkered flag here as our race winner at round 3 here at Sebring International Raceway. And Mason Smith going to head through the final turn. He's going to cross the line victorious here, and he will take home the win. Christopher Hamilton a little bit further back here, 19 seconds. He's just now entering the final turn. And he's going to come home in second. Looks like the two teammates here still battling on their final lap. So far, Kevin Foster in 6th, and looks like Paul Butler there in 7th, but they have caught up to Nick Brown, who is in 5th. Have a great three-way battle here for 5th place. See Foster there now right up to the rear bumper of Jones. Just one more corner to make a move here as we're on the final lap heading down towards turn 17. We'll see if Foster can make a move for 5th. Looks like he's going to go up the inside. They're going to touch, but Nick Brown there going to hold his own on the outside, but is it enough? Looks like Kevin Foster going to get the better exit out of the final turn. Great move. Foster going to come home 5th, knocking Nick Brown back to 6th. And looks like Paul Butler there had a mistake or ran out of fuel one. Looks like he might have ran out of fuel as he is just limping to the finish line there. And that'll do it here. Let's pull up our official results as soon as they make them available to us. Maybe delayed slightly because we've got a car that hasn't crossed the line here, and that is Paul Butler. right, now we have the official results available to us, and let's pull them up here. Coming home with the win, we've got Mason Smith finishing first, Christopher Hamilton in second, Nick Nickerson in third, Adam Jones in fourth, Kevin Foster fifth, Nick Brown sixth, Paul Butler in seventh, Nicholas DeVos having a great finish there in eighth, Mark Thomas in ninth, John Nobinger in 10th, Abi Visuvasum in 11th, Matthew Goring in 12th, Derek Sherman 13th. In 14th, we have John Crane, Ryan McCauley in 15th, Jeremy Line Watkins in 16th, Jimmy Covert in 17th, Tim Thompson in 18th. In 19th, we've got Dane Simpson, 20th, Carl Handwork, 21st, Brandon DeVos, 22nd, Steve Santana. All right, we'll try to get a word here with the top three this evening. All right, we'll try to get a word here with our third place finisher this evening. We've got Nick Nickerson up in the broadcast booth. Hey, Nick, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, man, congratulations on the third place finish. Probably not where you wanted to finish tonight. It looked like you got front end damage very early on there in that feature race and had to struggle and work your way back up to third. Just walk us through your race and, what happened there in the beginning.
Yeah, man, I'm just happy that I actually finished one of these on the podium. To be honest, the first couple races I've been the first race hasn't been good, but the second race starting from the back has just been a nightmare for me and crashed out on both of them. And it looks like that was going to happen this race too, but fortunately I didn't get like that much damage. It was mainly just fender, kind of put me about, I don't know, like three quarters of a second slower than normal, but I think that was still fast enough to pass most guys. And to be honest, I probably would have had at least seconds, maybe even the win if I didn't mess up going into the pits. For some reason, I had in my head that I was going to be in like the second stall because that's where I qualified, but I started the race in the last place, so I ended up passing my pit stall and I had to back up and probably lost a good 40 seconds out of that. But all in all, it was a good race. I'm just glad I finished on the podium. And yeah, man.
Yeah, and just want to check in. I believe it was the sprint race we saw. You were leading coming out of the final corner. You moved over to let, I believe, your teammate by Mason Smith. Was that just a little team strategy there, Mason, for the points?
Yes, yeah. Since he's in the lead, since I crashed out the first two races, I am well behind in the points. So I want to give him every little bit that I can.
Gotcha. Well, it's good to see teammates working together out there. And hey, Mason Smith coming home with the victory. So you coming home third. Great run for both of you guys. Got to give you the option here while you are here. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Ben, just everybody watching at home, I appreciate the broadcast. It's an awesome broadcast, and got to thank everybody that participates in this league, and Carl, and whoever else helps manage it. Wes, Carl, and Wes, got to thank them for managing the league. It's an awesome time.
All right. Well, again, congratulations on the podium here this evening. Third place finish for you. And hopefully we'll be able to chat with you again next week.
Hey, man, appreciate it.
All right. That'll do it for our third place driver, Nick Nickerson. And now we'll try to get a word with second place. We've got Chris Hamilton up here in the broadcast booth. Hey, Chris, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, long time no talk. I believe we just chatted with each other yesterday evening, but you're coming home here in second tonight. Great run, great recovery run from you. We saw a couple mistakes out of you there. I believe it was the inside of turn one there. It looked like the bumps were just getting to you and losing the rear of the car. Is that what you felt?
Felt that like every lap. My God, I did not like this track.
Just curious, you don't have to give us away your exact numbers, but do you run a lot of traction control or little to none?
Whatever default is, I really don't mess with that. I think
Gotcha.
there's some traction control on default, and I probably need it.
Yeah, it's a fine line. A lot of drivers prefer little to none actually on and prefer to, use their throttle control to rotate the car. But I guess it just comes down to personal preference. But like you said, a very tough track out here. We saw a lot of people making mistakes. We saw a lot of fast drivers, wrecking out early on there in the race. But you hung on, you came home second, and that's what matters. I got to ask you, you did have to work your way up through the field here. How difficult is it to make a pass on this very narrow track?
It's all about getting a run and hitting into the many braking zones that are here, but also not making a mistake in yourself. I mean, I said it in the practice thing where I hated the last turn in turn one. Those were the ones that, I was giving fits, but there are some other corners that are giving other people fits. But great job out there to Mason and Nick and Adam. They definitely had a lot more pace than me. It was a salvage drive, and to come away second, I'll take it.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on that second place finish. Hey, while you're here, anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Isbo, I know you're watching. Thanks, man. Always love you watching me do a thing I love. Ryan, uh, he was out there with me. Finally, he's getting back into it. He puts on these fantastic things he does for me every single week. Can't do it without him. And thank you for the broadcast.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the second place. Good recovery drive, I'd say, coming home in second here this week. And maybe, hopefully, next week we'll be able to chat with you again.
That's the plan.
All right. That will do it for our second place finisher here, Christopher Hamilton. And just real quick, we've had a question in the chat from Sean Goodwin there asking how Paul Butler was able to retain his seventh place finishing spot there after running out of gas. And that has to do with, you can see there, eighth place Nicholas DeVos was actually a whole lap down. So Nicholas, it being a timed race and how they have it set up, Nicholas actually took his checkered flag the previous lap. Paul Butler did make it across the line. If he did not make it across the line, he would have not finished the race and actually got a DNF. So just a combination of things there, but that's how he's going to remain in seventh this evening. Now, let's try to get a word with our race winner. We've got Mr. Mason Smith up here in the broadcast booth yet again. Hey, Mason, it's Kevin. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
So it's been a while since we talked to each other. I believe, a whole 24 hours last night in the premiere race. But you've taken home the win here in the GT3 series as well. Dominating run out of you. It didn't come easy, though. After the green flag pit stops there, we saw Adam Jones going a bit against the strategy of what I would have thought. He pitted one lap earlier than you guys did and really had to save fuel in that second stint. You staying out one more lap allowed you to go a little bit faster there on track, put the pressure on him, force a mistake, and that's what matters. Got to ask you, well, what do you think he was trying to do with that strategy? And when he did that, did you start to question your own?
Oh well, he actually told me that he had like 14 gallons of gas, and normally you would have to use the full amount of gas in order to like get the most out of you can so you can fuel save. But I don't know what his strategy was, but uh, it seemed to work, but it didn't when he made a mistake. And I saw, I think he had to go into pit road to do a splash and dash. And I can't really blame Adam Jones for trying to defend his spot in the first half of the race.
Yeah, you guys put on one great of a battle. Both of you guys were out there duking it out for multiple laps, and it was a blast up here to watch. We know Adam Jones. Last week he pulled off that great fuel strategy. So we were just wondering, was he going to be able to do so? He was off strategy from everyone else, but it looks like you actually had it right, came home with the race victory, and that's what matters here. Great points night for you. I'm just going to pull up the points, see where you were heading into tonight. And it looks like you were in second. trailing about 70 points there behind Adam Jones. So great points night for you. And also, while you're here, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
I just want to thank everyone that was watching, and of course to all the drivers, keeping it clean out there. And when there's guys that need to be passed, and gotta thank Nick Nickerson for the props. I know, like he said, he didn't have good endurance races, and for him to finish third, that's really good for him. And also, yeah, thank you for or the parents, I should say, for cheering me on, and then congratulating me when I got the win.
Absolutely. Well, you deserve the congratulations. That's 2 in a row here for you this weekend. So, go out and celebrate, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week.
All right, thank you.
All right, that'll do it there for our race winner, Mason Smith, coming home with the victory here this evening. Round 3 at Sebring International Raceway. Just going to pull up the schedule, see where we're headed next week. We are headed to Circuit Zolder next week, so that is going to be a good one. You're going to want to tune into that. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in here at Soak Tires Broadcasting here for the Core Racing GT3 Road to Rio Challenge. And also shout out to all the sponsors that put on the show here. We've got Joka Graphics, Wood and Nichols Woodworking, and Raise Energy. And that'll do it for round 3 here. And hopefully we'll catch you next week.
Welcome to our music festival, Martha.